Hey, what's up, guys? I'm going to try to give a comprehensive Amazoness strategy guide video thing. So right here we have all the crappy Amazons, including the good ones. Chainmaster is kind of bad. Simply, when it dies by battle, it's at the grave. Pay almost half your life points to steal a monster from your opponent's hand. Since it's not guaranteed, normally it's completely off the list. Amazon's Fighter does not do a whole lot. Since that does something one of our skills already does, it's off the good list. Paladin's an interesting one since it does do not a lot, but it's got some points to it. So I actually do try to play one copy of Amazon Paladin. Amazon Princess is the best card we have. It counts as Who Cares, what's in the field or graveyard. Great, that's cool. If this card is normal special summon, add an Amazon spell trap from your deck to your hand. So it's just a free tutor for whatever the hell you want. You can use this effect once per turn. When this card declares an attack, you can summon another card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Special summon Amazon's monster from your deck in defense except itself. Well, it has a best friend, and that's Amazon Queen. So when you attack with this thing, you discard Who Cares, summon Queen, it doesn't die. Nor with this skill, you don't take damage, so it's pretty decent. And then that's kind of the lock you're going to ever go for in speed. It's pretty easy. Everything's a Spirit Reaper. Amazon Sage. At the end of the damage step, this card attacked and is still in the field. Target spell trap your opponent controls from the target. This card is hard to call good right now because of Onslaught. In the mirror match, whenever Onslaught will trigger before it does, removing it from the field, so you typically don't get anything. So Amazon Sage is a good card if you're not doing Amazon shenanigans on both players' turns. But I'm not really willing to write it off personally, so I do try to play one or two copies in my build. Amazon Scouts, I love this card, but it is trash. Quick effect, you contribute this card. This turn, neither player can target Amazon monsters you currently control with monster effects that also can destroy by card effects. There is a world where this card is playable. It is not this world. Amazon Spy, very interesting card. Reveal an Amazon monster from your hand, especially this card, from your hand. Why did they? Okay. You can only use the effect of this guy once per turn. When this card is shown balance at the graveyard, target Amazon monster graveyard except no Spy. Return it to the deck or shuffle it. Return to the hand or shuffle to the deck. I almost like this card because there's a world where you reveal Princess, summon Spy, normal summon Princess, attack with Spy, clear something, attack with Princess, remove Spy, summon Queen, and you're just banishing all kinds of stuff. And he gets more bodies on the field, like right then. And I think that increases the tempo on your side. So I think it's a pretty decent card, but still not good enough. Amazon Swordswoman. This is one of the weirdest cards in this because of this. And I look at so many rulings as stupid. Your opponent takes any battle damage you have taken from battles involving this card. So, this card's cool if you're slamming into big defenses and they take all the damage. That's still true under the Taya skill, which I wasn't sure about since you don't take any damage. But it is ruled that if I, player with Wabaku, slam into a big booty monster or Nobilize my dragon, they take the damage. So it's one of the few ways you're able to get chip damage in this deck, especially in the mirror match. So it's pretty good. Some people are playing 3. I think the only reason to play 3 is if you have secrets or ultras. I like it at 1-ish. I don't know. I think it's one of the worst ones. Amazon Tiger, very interesting card. You can control one of it. So that's how many you play. It gains 400 attack for each Amazon monster you control, including itself. Your opponent cannot attack Amazon monsters except this one. This card is interesting because you could summon it off of Onslaught on your opponent's battle phase, thus protecting your queen from getting removed early. If you can start destroying their stuff, even without your Onslaught, you're kind of in a good spot. Because once Queen leaves the field, you can just start killing things by battle. Onslaught's good, you start banishing everything, but you need to kind of protect your queen as long as you can. And this is one of the few cards that does it in kind of a stupid way. So I like this card quite a bit. Amazon Trainee, very interesting card. Monsters destroy this card with battle. Destroyed by battle with this card are placed in the bottom of the deck instead of going to the graveyard. This card destroys a post monster by battle. It gains 200 attack. It has a permanent boost. It does stack. What's interesting about this card is when you kill something like a Sangan or a Dandelion or any of those crap that resolve when they hit the graveyard or Giant Rat, they don't get those effects, which is pretty cool. It was good-ish during the Red Eyes Baby Dragon stuff. I don't think it fits the build right now. Amazon Call, one of the best cards for this deck. Take one Amazon. That's interesting. From your deck, accept itself, and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. This part is bigger than you think. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard and target one Amazon monster you control. This turn, that monster can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. Okay. Also, other monsters you control cannot attack. Can only fit one of these things once per turn. This card's awesome. This card is just flabbergastedly good. You play it at 3. It's too strong. It is one of your starters. This is one of your starters. Reinforcing the Army is another starter. You're playing 8 starters in a 20-card deck. That is just bananas. The Foolish Burial part of this effect is interesting because if your opponent tries to blow up your Onslaught, which they should constantly try to be doing, if this is set, you can Foolish Burial something like Princess, whenever they target with Onslaught like MST, thus giving you a target for your Onslaught to special from your graveyard. We'll get there later. But it's real good. And then if you're playing against not the mirror, this thing to attack everything once per turn is just bogus. It is just stupid. This card does way too much. I've constantly advocated for us getting the one card that Duel Links decks had. This is +1 on Duel Links. We had everything they had and more, and it was tier 1 over there. Amazon's Fighting Spirit. This thing is Skyscraper. Since everything dies and you don't take damage normally, you don't need it. This thing is also redundant with Onslaught around. It used to be very good. It is not no more. It was on Spellcaster. Target Amazon monster you control, and one face monster your opponent controls. Switch your original attack with targets to this turn. That's absolutely hilarious. It's not great, but it is funny. But it's not great, so we don't play it. Amazon Village, very interesting card because once per turn, when an Amazon monster is destroyed by battle or card effect sent to the graveyard, special one with the less level equal to Amazon card in the graveyard. So it has to go to graveyard, but it doesn't have to be yours. Fantastic. So if you or a card effect. So if you like fissure your opponent in the mirror match, you get to just get a free body out with a lower level. The only problem is the level thing kind of sucks when you only want this one. And you start running through real quick. And I don't think this card, it doesn't do enough by itself, in my opinion. It can be funny. I don't think it's funny enough, so I don't like it right now. Amazon Archers. When your opponent monster declares an attack, like your this monster, change the monsters your opponent currently controls to face attack position. Negate their flip effects. They lose 500 attack, and they must attack as turn Fable. This card, I think, has potential. Because of bullcrap like Onslaught and Queen, you could force them to get rid of their entire board. Well, conversely, why would they ever attack if you have Onslaught and Queen? So, because you have to really get them, I don't think it's worth it. Onslaught. This is the best card in Speed Duels right now. I don't know why they gave it to us, but they did. It's Christmas. Once returned during the battle phase, both players' battle phases, you can special summon Amazon monster from your hand. If you do, it gains a bunch of attack points. Even as card leaves the field. And it's only till the end of the turn. But the big part is, so if you summon a monster, they blow this thing up, they keep the points. It's not that big of a thing, but it's a thing. After damage calc, which is huge, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Words are stupid, if your Amazon monster battle an opponent's monster, well, it's cards you face spell chat for them, so you can activate in a battle step, and that's fine enough for everyone. You can banish that opponent's monster. So it turns everything you have into DD Warrior Lady. You just always banish everything because screw them. Why not? Well, they don't need a graveyard. You don't want them to have one either. If this card in your field is sent to the graveyard, is destroyed and sent to the graveyard. If this card in the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, target one Amazon monster in your graveyard and summon that target. See, that's where it goes with the Amazon call. So ideally, if this is on field, this is set, and you have like one of these turds. They straight flush you, double cyclone, any kind of crap, and they blow up your onslaught. You can just chain this, and you're now getting advantage off of their MST as you get like a +2 card in the deck then. So it's just flabbergastingly good. Amazon Willpower. This is a call to hunter for Amazons, but it has to attack. Can't change battle position. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. So they're codependent. This card is almost amazing. I hate the fact that it's mandatory that you have to fight, and you can't change your battle position. That almost doesn't matter with something like Taya skill, but I don't think this card does enough on its own. I got rid of something. What was it? Amazon. Shit. Speed. Amazon. Dramatic Rescue. That's what it was. Sure. When a card is activated that targets an Amazon's monster on the field, return target to the hand. If you do special one of their monster from your hand. I don't know why you play this. It's almost funny if the enemy controller book them in your princess. You say, bring it back to hand and summon it back to the field, and then get its effect. You can also do a queen, something like Book of Moon, or enemy controller. It's so conditional. It is terrible. You only have 3 zones. If you have more zones or worst cards in the game, it'd be amazing. But it's not. This ain't it. Queen's Pawn. When Amazon's monster you control destroys a plasma battle and sends it to the graveyard. Special summon a thing from your deck. This could be cool. But thanks to Onslaught, you don't need cool. You need Onslaught. So this thing ain't it. Let's go over the skills, and this is a Harpy Amazon skill. This is the old one. If you have a Harpy Amazon in hand, reveal both, one of each, draw. If they're both in the field, draw 2 cards. I don't think you need to combine these 2 archetypes. So this thing does not make the list. This is the new one. All Harpies are traded as Amazon. Amazon are traded Harpies. If it said Harpy Lady, this would be amazing. It is not. This thing is booty butt cheeks. The Tanya skills. While you control Amazon Queen to get the effects of monster right battle attacking Amazon monsters you control, you don't care. That's not enough. After damage calc, if you took battle damage from an opponent's monster during your attack position. Okay, so if I attack your crap and I take damage, you lose the points. That is not great by any means. Who wrote this? That sucks. Now Taya skill. Battle City Besties. The most broken skill we got from the new set. Start a duel, flip this card over, and you're going to be seeing heaps of this. Apply the following skills. Wabaku on your turn. Okay, you take no battle damage. So everything's a free slap with an Onslaught. That just ain't right. And with these 2, you're just getting all the advantage you could ever want more. Once per turn during your end phase, if your opponent activated a card or effect this turn, draw a card. 2 important things with this. So basically, once you trigger this thing once, go crazy. Trigger as many times as you want. In good Yu-Gi-Oh!, you're going to try to never, ever let your opponent resolve this. This is also mandatory. So there's no, you forgot to draw it. There's none of that locals crap. Both players are responsible for mandatory effects. If you're trying to be sneaky, then you're an idiot. Just play the game. Be better than them. You don't have to cheat. But this card's tricky. It's a very skill-based card. It's not going to feel skillful. You don't have to be skillful. But the high-skill players are absolutely trying to find a way to mitigate ever letting your opponent resolve this, but simultaneously trying to resolve this every damn turn. Onslaught does activate, which does trigger Bestie. So in Amazon Mirror Match, you're slapping each other, both of them are going off. Every time you attack their crap, their trap's triggering, you're going to draw a card. So this becomes a quick, fast-paced resource game. That's the quick overview of all the Amazon cards we have. Almost everything is in the Battle City Finals box or the GX3 box. Like the only thing that isn't, this isn't the GX3 box. Amazon Spies in one of the old packs, Arena of Lost Soul, and the original structure decks. They're the only thing they have really is the ultra rare Amazon Village. You just pay the nickels, get the damn cards. If you want everything, I'm an everything person. Um, but that's it for the quick overview, and it was not quick. Here's a quick little sample deck list. It took me all like 3 seconds to build. We want 3 of our starter. We want 3 of our starter. We want 2 of our other starter. We want 3 MSTs, but for no ungodly reason, they're all hit. 3 of our best trap card. You only need 2 queen. And I run a variety here. I think any combination of 4 is a good answer. I like one of each because I'm still trying to fill the deck out myself. And I like options. And in a 21 card deck, if you can have some options, I'll take them. Sakuratsu Armor, I think, is a good 3 of right now because you can stop Princess right then whenever it attacks. And then you're not cooking your onslaughts off, and then you're not losing resources in the mirror. In the side deck, I do have decent side options against Amazon's only. I think Twister is just as good as this. Anything to have more MSTs to get rid of Onslaught. Warrior Elim is a dark hole against Amazons, excluding Tiger. Straight Flush is amazing because they're always going to have one back row face up. And if you could cook all 3 of them, you cook of all 3 of them. If they're playing their Rotas and they have one MST set, one of these set, rock it off. And one last thing I forgot to mention, I just noticed. Onslaught's effect to summon from hand is not once per turn. It is once per copy. If you have 2 of these things, you can just summon like your whole fucking hand. It does not matter. It's card is stupid good. Next, I'm gonna play some combo, the little combo. Yeah. All right, here's basically the play you do almost every time. You Rhoda. You search for Princess. Princess at call. Call at this. Set. This is like the turn 1 play almost every time. The only difference between the turn 1 and turn 2 play is that you will attack, discard anything, and then summon Queen in defense. Because it has a summon in defense. And that's it. You're going to do that as often as possible. And you're going to win as many games as more than you deserve by just simply doing this. The only issue is in the mirror match, your whole goal is to out-resource or steamroll your opponent. And with the 5 Rotas in the deck, it's gonna be hard-pressed to do so. Your main goal should be try to banish every single monster they ever see, so that when you pop their onslaughts, they do not get a free summon. That's it. This deck is so simple and over-rewarding because of 5 Rotas, and I think it searches a busted ass trap card. That's it for this deck. It's simple. It's super easy. It's almost boring, and the mirror matches are grindy as sin. Whenever you're slamming into stuff with Battle City Besties, a skill I have, you're just not taking damage. You're just freely just destroying their shit. You typically want to go second, but they're going to activate best. Yeah, you want to go second because in the mirror match, if they play their princess, they can activate their trap. Sure, when you summon your princess, slam into them, they'll flip the trap, whatever. You get a free search. You then get a draw in the end phase. Yeah, in my opinion, you want to go second unless you think you're playing 55 MSTs or some crap like that. That's it, guys. The deck's easy. Figured I'd show the list one last time at the end. If there's any other decks for me to try to coach, deep dive, try to give some pointers to or some deck building, whatever, let me know in the comments. I'll add crap. yeah, and I'm gonna keep trying to do this at least once a week until I get bored or until no one cares. So, um, feel free to ask me on the Speedle Discord, the Egg Dude. You obviously know it's on the channel. Uh, just let me know what else you want to know. Thanks a lot.